Have you ever heard someone say, "You've changed"? Not as a compliment, but like an accusation. Like somehow you becoming different is a problem. And maybe for a moment, you even questioned yourself. Did I really change? Was I better before? But here's the truth. No one tells you the problem is not that you changed. The problem is someone else created a version of you and now refuses to let it go. And in this video, you'll understand something most people never realize: why people cannot accept your growth, why relationships break when you evolve, and why becoming your real self almost always comes with a cost. The human mind doesn't actually want truth. It wants certainty, because certainty feels safe. Imagine this. You meet someone new. At first, you're curious, open, observing. But slowly, without even realizing it, you start forming conclusions. They're kind. They're funny. They're like this, not like that. And just like that, a fixed image is created. Now here's the dangerous part. Once that image is formed, your brain stops updating it, even when reality changes. You stop seeing the person and start seeing your idea of them. And this is exactly why people who grow the most lose the most people. The philosopher Heraclitus once said, "You cannot step into the same river twice, because the river is always moving." But think deeper. Even while you are standing in the river, the water beneath your feet is constantly changing, which means you cannot step into the same river even once. And the same is true for you. Right now, as you listen to this, you are not the same person you were 10 minutes ago. Your thoughts are shifting. Your awareness is expanding. Your identity is evolving. Change is not something you do. It is something you are. Think about this scenario. You have a close friend. You've known them for years. You laugh together. You share everything. You understand each other. But slowly, things start changing. They become more focused, more disciplined, more serious about life. Maybe they stop partying. Maybe they stop wasting time. Maybe they start saying no. And suddenly, you feel uncomfortable. You start thinking, they've changed. But what really happened? They didn't become someone else. They became more of who they truly are. And that makes you question why you didn't. Sometimes, people don't resist your change because of you. They resist it because it reflects something about them. Osho once shared a powerful idea. He said, "A photograph can only capture what is dead." Think about that. A photograph freezes a moment, but life is never frozen. It is flowing, changing, becoming. Yet people treat you like a photograph. They expect you to stay the same, to act the same, to think the same, to feel the same. But that version of you no longer exists. There's a story about Pablo Picasso. He had a self-portrait he refused to sell, no matter the price. One day, a woman offered him anything, and he said, "You can take it for free. But remember, it is not me." And then he said, "If it were me, I would have kissed you by now." That painting could not feel, could not love, could not respond. Just like the version of you people hold on. Here's the truth most people avoid. People don't leave you because you changed. They leave you because you stopped being predictable, because you stopped fitting their story. And when forced to choose between who you are and who they want you to be, they choose the version that makes them comfortable. There's something most people don't even realize. Every relationship you have is built on an invisible contract. Not a written one, not a spoken one, but an unspoken agreement. This is who you are, and this is who I expect you to be. And as long as you stay within that boundary, everything feels fine, comfortable, predictable, safe. But the moment you step outside that contract, the moment you change, the relationship starts to shake. Not because something is wrong, but because something is unfamiliar. Imagine this. You've always been the nice person, the one who says yes, the one who adjusts, the one who never creates conflict. And people love you for that. But one day, you start saying no. You start setting boundaries. You start choosing yourself. And suddenly, people say, "You've changed." But what they really mean is, "You're no longer convenient for me." When you change, you don't just disturb relationships, you disturb people's identities. Because the way someone sees you is connected to how they see themselves. If you were always less successful than them, and now you're growing, it challenges their sense of superiority. If you were always available for them, and now you're busy, it challenges their sense of importance. Your growth becomes their discomfort. People don't resist change itself. They resist what your change reveals about them. Here's the part no one talks about. Growth can feel lonely, very lonely. Because as you evolve, your environment doesn't always evolve with you. Conversations change, priorities change, energy changes, and suddenly you don't feel like you belong where you once felt at home. You're not alone because you're losing people. You're alone because you're finding yourself. At this point, many people make a mistake. They go back to who they used to be, back to old habits, back to old versions of themselves, just to feel accepted again. But here's the truth. You can outgrow a life, but you can never fit back into it fully again. Because once you've seen more, you cannot unsee it. Once you've grown, you cannot ungrow. But here's the beautiful part. When you change, you don't just lose people. You find your people. The ones who don't try to control you. The ones who don't need you to stay the same. The ones who grow with you. And those connections feel different, deeper, real, because they're not based on who you used to be, but on who you are becoming. And those a moment, quiet, almost unnoticeable, when everything becomes clear. Not because someone explains it to you, not because you read it somewhere, but because you feel it. You realize you were never meant to stay the same. All those versions of you, the old habits, the old mindset, the old identity, they were not mistakes. They were phases, steps that brought you here. And suddenly, you stop trying to go back. You stop trying to explain yourself. You stop trying to be understood by people who only knew your past. Because now, you understand something powerful. Not everyone is meant to grow with you. And that's okay. You don't feel angry anymore. You don't feel the need to prove anything. You don't feel the urge to hold on. Because for the first time, you're not choosing comfort. You're choosing truth. So the next time someone looks at you and says, "You've changed," don't defend yourself. Don't explain. Don't go back. Just remember, you were never meant to stay the same. Because staying the same is what people do when they stop growing. And you chose to grow. If this made you see your life differently, subscribe. Because sometimes the people you lose are the reason you finally find yourself.